Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uargi Jokun Namdak Shingla Jupar Shok Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kanyayatayami Sangye Chiram Zogi Jonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Gyapsuji Dagi Junyengi Besanamgi Drola Benjir Sangye Druparshu Sangye Chiram Zogi Jonam La Janchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuji Dagi Junyengi Besanamgi Drola Benjir Sangye Druparshu Sangye Chiram Zogi Jonam La Janchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuji Dagi Junyengi Besanamgi Drola Benjir Sangye Druparshu
Shogri, Mogri. It's a lot, okay?
Should I homework?
Homework, I'm sorry.
You got it.
Yeah, go.
How does the need for, this is tough. Anyway, I put this before I thought of the purpose. Anyway, how does the need for a boat to cross an ocean demonstrate the need to understand the all schools of philosophy? All schools of philosophy.
You can leave the boat behind after you've crossed the ocean.
And you can leave all, okay.
Yeah, you don't need all the... After you've understood the schools, you can move on to...
He doesn't say that, but yeah, I like it. I think that's reasonable.
How do you know how to steer the boat if you don't know what the boat is?
The boat is the understanding of other schools.
It was pointed out to me that what he says is not entirely satisfying, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
You know where the reefs are and you don't crash on them?
It's kind of cute but problematic. He says you need a boat if you want to get to the far side of an ocean.
Oh yeah.
And so to get to the far side of the schools of philosophy, you have to know what the other people think along the way.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
True.
Just kidding. There we go. Oh yeah, 3 Tibetan words for boat. Yeah, great. To sing and...
Two things.
Yeah, all right, great.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, I'm really
Thinking about
into those. Who are the 6 ornaments in the 2 Supremes?
Oh yeah.
Diana Ross.
The 2 Supremes in this.
in the 4 Temptations.
It's Guna Prabha and Sangha Prabha.
Shakya Prabha.
Shakya Prabha, yeah.
Are who?
The 2 Supremes.
Okay.
Asanga, Master of the Sangha, Master of the Sangha.
Arya Nagarjuna.
Arya Nagarjuna, Arya Deva.
Arya Deva.
And then the logicians.
Oh yeah, Dharmakirti, Master Dignaga, yeah.
Yeah, sounds okay. What's the Tibetan name for this group of 8 masters?
That's a trick question.
Lopungye. Oh yeah.
Wasn't it?
You're halfway true. You're halfway correct.
Yeah, it's Genju.
You got 6.
Norbuju.
No, it's Gentuk.
Ken, oh.
Yeah.
Gentuk and
Oh, the 2 Supremes? Chokni?
Chongni. Gentuk Chongni.
Genju Chongni, but they're the Genju Chongni that are specific to... Zamling. Yeah, cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Zamling Genju Chongni.
If you can't remember them, it's good to group them by twos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Other than a thorough. Understanding of all the philosophical schools. We'll get there. Come on, where's my red thing, Bill Gates?
I know.
I know. I can't help without one of these. I'm hopeless. Understanding of all the philosophical schools. What else does Choni Lama suggest would allow someone to hold our own system as the highest?
Oh, just faith.
Don't be
or like
satisfied easily.
no.
I got an idea, but I'm not gonna say it. Let me know if no one else guesses it. Especially if there's any money involved.
Logic.
No money involved. How do you spell thorough?
THROUGH.
THOROU.
THOROUGH.
Does it start with an R?
Yeah, you got quite a few spelling errors. It's philosophical.
That's not
I agree. Did we get an answer to the question? I mean, I know that.
I got
I know
one.
you're all better than me because you can spell, but you can't.
one of those questions.
Outright prejudice.
I remember that.
Yay! Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Wrong something.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was wrong.
Here, wrong choke, something.
Yeah, that sounds totally right.
Blind
just
prejudice.
emotions.
Right.
Our size is
Wrong
better.
choke? Our own side, something.
The word for prejudice?
Oh,
I mean, our own side.
Chongjin.
yeah.
Choke.
Well, no, that's not
Wrong
another word.
chokes in?
It was something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Chori. Chori chippa.
Chokery.
So couldn't someone accuse us of being prejudiced by assuming that our point of view is correct by saying you have to understand all of them to be able to not have a prejudice?
Yeah. They do all the time.
Oh, that view is itself a prejudice, that we're prejudiced towards thinking that you have to think about something?
It's, you could say that.
That would certainly change the political discourse.
No, that is the political discourse.
That's fake.
Liberals,
Take the blame, boss.
they use lots.
That's it?
That's it. That was the
Okay,
question.
okay,
There was
okay.
a bunch of Tibetan.
All right, here we go. Nothing's happening.
Okay. Yeah, you went fishing for us.
Now this is long and there's lots of pieces to it, so let's just go through. Let's start from where we. This is the original text, okay?
Okay.
So please read.
Choki lambe sore redan nini pa shesoki se jepe de pa mi te pa chi tang ke par ze tang tar pan de sul nam ga.
Yeah, Choki Lambo.
Dignaga, Master Dignaga.
He has, so he just quotes one line, and he says, "Tsurere da nini ba." Sometimes they use one of the three relationships of a good reason, and sometimes they use two of the three good relationships of the three relationships that make it a good reason. Okay. It's talking about defects of logic. Okay, there's three things that have to be true in a good reason, in a good proof, right? Number one has to be 3, if 3, 2, if not 2, not 3. Okay? But some people's logic is just one of those three relationships is true. In some people's logic, only 2 of them is true. And he has multiple examples of each. So re re means chik chik, and then ni ni. Okay, and then that's all. We don't understand anything else. But according to Choni Lama, that line and the other lines with it, sok, okay, are meant to prove that one kind of Jain, that their beliefs in general are wrong, and more especially their beliefs about
Substance and liberation.
yeah, and in their school, substance kind of means God or something, and liberation. Okay, so in generally, Chi and Kip are often juxtaposed. In general, their beliefs are wrong, and more specifically, their ideas about a universal star or liberation, we are denying them. Okay, skip this one. This is the description of that Jain school from his translation. Okay, they're called removers, sechepa, because they remove their hair every day. Okay, we just covered their physical one. Here's their idea of Ze. Okay, Tarpa they say is physical. It looks like a mushroom. It's like so many miles long, and okay. And then about this substance from which the universe is made, here's what they say. The life force of a person is their soul, and the size of the soul matches your body. So if you're fat, you have a bigger soul. Okay?
Nice.
And the soul is a mental entity which is unchanging, with changing manifestations. Okay? Which is Ze and Namdang, which we just went through. Okay. And I cut this from your translation.
Yeah.
This is their belief on freedom, which is the seventh of their, how many principles? I forget, 8 or something. Okay. When you go beyond the 3 realms, you join with liberation. It's 4.5 million miles wide, it's white in color, and it's shaped like an umbrella, okay? So, first we went and got the original quotation from
Brahmana Samachaya.
Dignaga's compilation on, compendium on valid perception. Yeah, and whenever you see a page number, you can pretty much go to the end. Because on one end, I had to capture the page number. So go to the opposite end. Here it is. I blocked it out for you. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, anyway, I got it for you later. Okay. So there's the original quotation.
Yeah.
I found an auto commentary.
Hey, that's fascinating.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He should know.
The horse's mouth.
Horses.
Okay.
The cow's mouth.
Yeah.
No, the elephant.
Elephant's mouth.
Here's the 2 lines
Trump.
in question. Okay. And I'm gonna, this is a long mushi musum kind of thing. I'm gonna skip through that. And this is the interesting part, okay?
Okay.
And this is from his own text. This is later lines, okay? And he proposes 6 kinds of proofs. In the first 3, only one of the 3 elements holds. In the second set of 3, 2 of the relationships hold. So this is what he means when he says sul re re dan ni nipa.
Yep.
So these are his examples.
Yep.
First 3 examples are for where only one relationship holds. The next 3 examples are where 2 relationship holds. So all 6 are
1s and 2s.
bad reasons. Because for us, according to us, to be a good reason, all 3 relationships have to hold. Okay. And he says them in a very concise way, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
And
Too concise.
somebody else, Loder Gatso,
Okay.
I'm going to skip. We went through him already.
That's
okay.
all right. Okay.
I just want to remind you that according to Chonin Lama, this is what we're trying to...
Right.
Okay, but...
The Sachepas.
Loder Gatso, one of the Tibetan commentators, says this section is meant to block Che and Rig.
Right.
Chedakpa and Rigpa Chins. And Rigpa Chen is often misspelled, which means Pandita, which is actually a numerous synonym in some places. But I checked and checked and checked, and you were correct that it means logician. Okay, so according to this other author, the purpose of this section is to block the detailers and the logicians who are eternalists, along with the separate seches that Chonin Lama said.
Who says along with them?
Chonin Lama said the purpose of these lines, etc., is to block this sechepa kind of Jain, one kind of Jain.
Sure.
And this author says no, it was meant to block
the
Che-rik, these 2 guys, okay? Okay, now, but all 3 are listed in the eternalist list.
Yeah.
And when you get to the Chedakpas, it's very short in Chonin Lama because he says they just believe the same thing as the Nyayakas.
Right.
So they just about believe the same thing.
Sister schools.
Yeah, okay.
Even today.
Then I went to your own translation.
Okay.
And I thought we would review what do the detailers think.
Yep.
Okay, and everyone misspells the Nyaya schools.
Right.
But their beliefs and others are shared with the logician schools.
Yeah.
So the detailers and the logicians share their most important beliefs, which is the 6 principles. And we'll talk about those 6 later on. Now, interesting thing, both the detailers and the logicians accept deduction.
Yeah.
They accept logic. They accept that it can be used, okay? So that's important. And they both agree, this is your translation, that the world was created by God using atoms instead of a rib from Adam. Okay, which is the Christian belief. Okay. I was trying to find who is it that talked about and it's a school called the Seljays.
Yeah, it's a
Seljapas, which I think is a reference to people who think the result is sitting in the cause and then it is clarified.
Okay.
The veil is lifted, and you find if you find the sprout inside the seed.
It's like the distillers,
Yeah, something like that.
There's a sub-school
the
of
moonshiners.
the Sankhya's.
Yeah, we had those.
And so I went and got that part of your translation. These are guys who say sell.
So,
Okay, things are revealed. Okay, the cause must be revealed. It lies in the result lies in the cause, but it cannot be seen.
right.
And then it is revealed.
That's right.
Okay. So apparently those are the guys who believe in Om. Now.
Okay.
Sharawamba, I don't think we need him. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
Gilson J's usually easy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like this. Okay. Now, Gyaltsab J wrote a commentary on Dignaga's work also.
Okay. Yep. Thanks.
Okay, and it's called "Destroying the Heat of and Torment." Okay, and I captured the page number, so you can ignore the first few lines. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's start here, and we're reading one of the most difficult writers in history about one of the most difficult sections of Dignaga. Okay, no problem.
Should be fine. We're just
So,
so clever.
please go ahead. Nipani.
Nipani tensik yandak la sum la den do par shepa dang nam chegi gupa yede da la
I should be Delatini, right?
te la tene su re re wa tang su ni pa sam le shem me pa tak yang dak ki dun mai yimbar dun ki chebe chi.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Tense Yandala Sum La Den Gupar. If you want to have a good syllogism, good logical reason, it's got to have 3 different relationships.
To be yanda.
And that's going to be our first subject.
Shiva.
And then we're going to get to the 3 by elimination of the wrong ones, which is called Namje. And that's a very similar idea to Drama Yimbale Lokpa.
Okay.
We're going to study mistaken kinds of logic, and through that study we'll come to understand correct. So by studying single tsuls and double tsulers, we'll understand why you need 3 relationships. We'll study people who are only correct, only one of the relationships is correct, and then we'll study people where 2 of the relationships are correct, and by doing that we'll understand that the 3 relationships is correct, okay? Which is called namche, which means by elimination.
By elimination.
Yeah,
Good.
that you need all 3.
Okay.
Okay, that you need all 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yede. I'm sorry, I just don't understand the Tibetan. Yede.
Namche ki gupa yete. It should be presented in a way. It has to be presented through elimination of ones and twoses.
Okay.
Oneses and twoses, which is all Dignaga said. Oneses and twoses. Okay.
Okay, but he hasn't said onesies and twosies yet.
Right. So dela tene tsurere wandan sunyi patsam le shem mepa dayan dun mayimba. Le shem mepa. If you have no more than just one of the relationships or two of the relationships, it's not going to be a correct reason. That fact is going to be implied by our study. Okay? So we're going to give you six examples. And from those six, 3 for single relationships and 3 for double relationships. And once we cover those 6 and you see they're all wrong, then by implication you're going to believe that we need 3.
So JJ amounts to just one?
Yeah, rei means ones, onesers and twosers. Okay, there's the original quotation is about...
It's high. You're going to be doing this now.
We are going to be doing this a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, I think that was it.
no,
Oh,
No, it's
here it is. Oneses and twoses.
it's
Okay. All right. And then I went and got you a later one, a later line of Dignaga, where he hides the 6.
Yeah, right. Okay.
He hides the 6. Okay. No, this is his root text. And then down here we have a guy saying, look, if you understand the 6 wrong ones, you'll get to the right one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then here continues Gyaltsab J. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Daki tu chikpa dong. Nipa tensik yang daki teni. Du mi rungwar senba yino sumani.
Yeah. This chikpa means onesers,
Wanzer.
and the nipa means twosers. It doesn't mean first and second.
The tensik.
So we're going to show that a definition of a good reason,
Right.
which involves only one relationship
Yeah.
or 2 relationships,
Would be
is
inappropriate.
not good
Yeah.
as a
maybe.
definition of a good reason.
Semi-
We're going to prove it to you.
Okay. Sumani.
And here we go.
Here's 3.
And this is my addition, okay?
Thanks.
First it gives you examples of false single soul reasons.
Great.
thank you.
And here's his
Okay.
text. I'll give you some examples. Now I combined it with Dignaga's obscure verse, which is not the obscure verse you have. Okay. So I went and got them out of this.
Saw it. Totally.
Yeah.
Commentary?
No, it's root text, but it's later.
Okay.
And if you're cool, you can find the 6 in there.
Yeah,
Should I
right.
talk to you?
Okay. And now we go back. Now Gyaltsab J expands on them. He doesn't just. He gives you the whole. He gives you the whole syllogism.
Not just the.
And Dignaga doesn't give you the whole
Okay.
syllogism.
Okay. Cool.
So thank you, Gyaltsab J.
Okay.
Okay. Here are the onesers. 3. We're expecting 3 onesers,
Yeah.
where only one relationship is true and
Okay.
2 relationships are not true.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
First relationship is true.
Dachichen,
Dakte.
Doctor,
Cheve Che.
Cheer.
Which of the 2 holds?
first one.
Yeah, the first relationship holds. 1 is 3.
Yeah.
1 is 3.
Sound is produced.
Chokche holds. But the 2 kyamas
Don't hold.
don't hold because Chepa Yina, Tapa Yimbe Makyap. And Tapa Mayina, Chepa Mayimbe Makyap. Okay, so the two of the relationships don't hold. 1 does hold. Okay.
Oh God.
Now,
Can you give us all 6? This is epic.
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. After I went through them, and by the way, Gyaltsab J points out how they're used against the detailers,
Okay.
but he doesn't say anything about the sechepas.
Problematic. Okay.
And I went back afterwards, late at night, and said, I wonder if you could stretch any of these to the sechepas. And I think you can stretch this one to the sechepas. Okay, because of Ze and Namdang. Permanent God making impermanent manifestations. So I'm thinking you can stretch. Number 1 is quite easily stretchable. To go find the thing about liberation. See, we're supposed to cover
General treatment?
God substance and manifestations are on earth,
And Karma.
and then
Yeah, it's a.
white umbrella of freedom. That was a long stretch, but this one's not too much of a stretch. Okay, or else Choni Lama was wrong, or Choni Lama was talking about another section of Dignaga because he said soap. Okay. Anyway, good luck on the footnote. Okay, so here's where.
Luchen, you made sure?
Yeah, here's the second one. Same Chechen, same Drupje Chen. Take Jachichen, Takte, Luchen Yimbe Chen.
Luchen. It has a body?
Yeah, it involves human origin. Okay, and so we could. Well, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna add it again here in Jachichen. Takte. Okay, I added that. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
This is the second one. Dignagas number 2. Luchen and Biche, because it's connected to. It's like Gyuki Dupa.
He picked the same one relationship, right? We were hoping with multiple examples that he would give us a case where a different relationship holds, but in this case, it's still the first relationship.
No,
No?
Not.
there are many draws which are not Luchen.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay.
We had it in Adam's text. Yeah.
Tree falling in the forest.
Yeah, the sound of a car accident is yeah, a tree falling in the forest.
So what relationship holds?
Now,
Third.
this one can only be explained from another school's viewpoint. So Gyaltsen J is going to tell us later.
Oh, really?
So don't worry. He's coming. Why one of these holds true is going to be explained later.
Holy
Okay,
moly.
but from a different school's point of view.
Right.
Okay, it gets more complex. Okay.
Yep, sure does.
Okay, let's go back and add. We can do this. Jachichen. Takte. Okay, I'm just adding it for you. Here's Dignagas number 3. Let's take sound. It never changes. Shelja a yimbe chir. Yeah. Then Jimba Tupton Jimba typed in some Gyaltsab J,
Okay.
and I got it,
Okay.
and it says ma. Okay, so I'm going with ma. Okay.
Would I mean anything ever?
Never. Yeah. It's missing an M. So take sound. It never changes because it's an existing thing.
Maya.
Okay, so this is a 2er but not a 3er?
Yeah, according now to a Buddhist, this isn't even a 1er. Okay, so
Take some. Mayan, right, Kashala?
It's a shell job. Oh,
no, it's Mayan. Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. They happen to be in order of the first of the 3 tools holds, the second of the 3 tools holds, and the third of the 3 tools holds to certain parties.
Holy God.
Right.
Okay, it gets more complex. Okay, to certain parties. Okay, here we go. Damboni, read.
Damoni chokche chikbu chen.
What's it mean?
Hang.
The first example of the 3 syllogism here
These, okay. Is where the one relationship which is the chokche
holds.
has the one relationship which is the chokche.
Holds. Yeah, and that one's super easy. We go back. Let's go back.
Right.
Is draw chipa.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Even we agree.
That
the
works.
first of the 3 relationship holds. Number 1 is number 3.
Chokche.
Okay. So that's okay. Now, the second one is supposed to be an example where the J cap holds, but not the Do cap,
Amazing.
All right.
which is in theory impossible.
Except for the one that we found last term from Max Chapali.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nipani,
Ibani.
read.
Jedaken de pa la tene chokche ma dupching. Dokya dun la yang ma dupe tsuni me ba tang. Okay, so the Jajaka believe.
Yeah, this is weird, okay? This one's hard for me, okay? Second example, it's supposed to be, I believe, of the second soul. Chedape dupalatune, now, presented to a detailer.
Depending.
Okay,
Okay,
giving it
presented to a detailer.
Yeah.
the chokcha doesn't droop.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Sound is not created by human. It was created by God,
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
Okay. Not created by human intervention.
Okay.
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 So they don't agree to the. Okay. And dokyab tunlayam madrup. Tunlayam means by implication, neither is the dokyab acceptable to them.
Okay, so if a thing is not unchanging, then it's not
Yeah. What is the dokyab? Yeah.
By mind.
If a thing is not unchanging,
produced
It's
from a
not,
body.
and then it doesn't.
it is an existing thing.
No.
No, we're sorry,
Sorry,
the
we're on
second
two.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry.
involves human.
If something is not unchanging,
Isn't unchanging.
But it doesn't involve.
then it doesn't involve human intervention.
If it's not,
Which means all things which are unchanging are beyond human intervention, made by God. Okay.
holy crap.
Okay.
No, it's the other way around.
No.
Doesn't that imply something?
If it's not unchanging,
Not,
It's changing.
it was not created by human intervention.
not unchanging.
Oh, if it's okay, right. And by the same, similar to not accepting the first one.
Not.
Yeah.
And he said dunki. He said
He doesn't.
they wouldn't. Dun la means by implication, not directly. Okay, so it's a necessary consequence of their beliefs that they wouldn't accept the dokyap.
Right, because they would say that there are things which are changing that are not produced by humans.
Maybe. I can't follow you that far.
But it would, that would,
Therefore, two of the tools don't hold.
Right.
The chokcha doesn't hold, and by implication, the dokyap doesn't hold. But the implication is that the jakyap
does hold.
does hold.
That it's
So
something
the
was
J-
created by human intervention, that it is unchanging.
Yeah, let's go
A
back.
human could only create
What's
something.
state the jakyap slowly for everybody? Everyone's lost
jakyap.
already.
A thing which is created by a human body
Yeah, by human hands or something.
Is unchanging.
is unchanging.
Must be unchanging.
Come on.
Okay, and they would not accept that.
Right.
That's the one. That's the only one they would
Oh,
accept.
I'm sorry. That's the only one they would accept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird. They wouldn't accept it if something.
And, unless they say Ishvara is Luchan.
Right.
What in the heck?
Because it wouldn't be humans, it would be Ishvar, then that would make sense.
But now read me the dokyap.
If something is
I'm
not,
number 2 here.
if something is not unchanging, then
It
It
can't
was
be
not
made by human
human
intervention,
intervention, yeah.
or by sentient
by somebody with
intervention.
a body.
By sentient intervention. Okay.
Which
That's
implies
okay.
That if something
If-
is unchanging, then
If Ishvara's,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
That one seems to be something they would accept, whereas
They
the
do accept the dokyap.
They,
Sorry,
Oh, it
they
says
don't
they
accept the
don't accept
dokyap
the dokyap.
by implication.
yeah. So they don't accept 1 or 3, but they do accept 2.
Come on.
Yeah,
you
according to Gyaltsabje.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh,
But you chew on it.
holy moly.
There's a pattern. It's all very clean. The first one doesn't. The first one holds only. The second one holds only. The third one holds only. These are all oneers.
Yeah.
In Dignaga's text, they're called rerewas.
Yeah, fine, but we have no clue why it is they would say. I mean, and it doesn't even hold with the tenets we've been studying.
Well, you got to go back and study the tenets. Who's he talking about when he says
Vaguely familiar with them.
when he says Lu Chen?
Detailed
Does it
letters.
mean? Could it mean Ishvara, sentient intervention? You know.
Yeah, what is
I think you might wanna go there.
There's a problem.
I think you might want to go there. Okay, I'm not going to break my head about it because I'm sleepy. All right. Now, Gyaltsab J throws in a sentence here, which I don't understand at all. I suggest we skip it.
Thanks, Kelsey J.
But if you want, I'll just do the words with you, okay? And you chew on it at home. Tamje Soa Mimedzeket Sela, what is the measure of a God substance which doesn't cover all things? Okay, there are, Luming means Michael, as opposed to Mingtak, which means tree bark. So in the monastery, my nickname is Tree Bark
Right.
due to my soft complexion. And I just told you my secret name. So nguming means the actual name, as opposed like
Real name is
like the sky is called the blue canopy or something. You see? Okay, nguming dang chura. Atomic particles are unchanging. Yupa dupe. Therefore, only the J cap holds. These are clues why the J cap holds. Okay, and I think he's given 3 examples. I'm not sure. Okay, real names, and as opposed to nicknames or poetic names, and atomic particles. Since they also accept those, they do believe the J cap. And by the way, J cap is called Jendro in ancient times. Okay, J cap is called Jendro in ancient times. Okay, that one is supposed to only have the second relationship, which is this proof. Okay, the second relationship is supposed to be true for a detailer.
Right.
Because they believe in atomic particles and something about real names.
Yeah.
True names. Okay, cool. True names. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because, in Irish folklore, they talk about true names. If you know somebody's true name, you can control them. So people would have nicknames. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's a very similar idea. I think he's going there.
Good.
If you know the true name is like unchanging or something. So anyway, if you chew on that at home, you're going to have some insight into why they believe the J cap.
I appreciate that vote of confidence.
Okay. Now, third example, and it all goes back to our verse and the next verse after it, which says this one. See it hidden here? Drachichen, Takte, Chevicher. He gets a whole syllogism in 5 syllables. He hides, Dignaga hides a whole logical reason. Drachichen takes sound, it's unchanging because it's made. Which of the 3 relationship holds?
In the
first one.
For a Buddhist. For a Buddhist.
Oh, for a Buddhist.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah, no, yeah. Da is Chipa.
Yeah.
Da is Chipa. But Chena takpe makyap and takma mayina. Ma Chepa yimbe makyap.
Right.
Okay. Then Dignaga only gives you the tak.
Reasons
Right,
from
the
here
thought.
on.
He doesn't give you even he strips the whole syllogism down to 2 syllables.
Yeah, okay.
And you're supposed to read across the lines.
Cheer is helpful though.
Luchen yimbe.
Yeah.
Okay, Luchen Chin. Oops.
Oh my God.
Stop that. Yeah, this is how many things I have to
Got a
work
few
on.
things open.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Read across the lines.
Right,
Okay. Luchen yimbe. Okay. Luchen Chin.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And now we have Shelja Mayimbe.
Right.
Meaning
Chen, Dakte,
Shelja Mayimbe. Yeah, okay. And supposedly this one has a J cap, and supposedly this one has a Do cap. Only.
Right.
According to different people.
Yeah, so
Okay.
who's the
It's still the Chitak bus.
Gappers is still the Chitak.
I guess.
Does he talk about maybe why?
And something to do with true names. Okay.
I thought the true
Which must have some more solidity than nicknames.
Third,
Okay.
here we go.
Yeah.
How many?
Okay. Tamani, the last one, which is
We got it.
this
Shelja.
one,
Yeah.
Shelja Mayimbe or Minbe Chir.
Shelja.
Selja Mayimbe Chir.
It's not a shelter.
Chokchu Dang J Cap, right? Jendro. Madrup. They don't hold.
Okay.
The first and the second relationships don't hold.
Okay, so it's
Only the Dokpa, meaning Dok Kyap. Chikpachen. Only that one holds.
okay. So they would not say, they would not agree that sound is not a shelja, and they would,
Right.
right, and they would not agree that if something's
Not a
not a shelja, thank you, that it has to be
Takpa.
unchanging.
Yeah.
But they
would say that if it's not
Not unchanging.
if it's not unchanging,
It is a
not
shell
unchanging.
it must be a shell job.
Yeah.
then it
Must be an existing
It'd
thing.
be a shell job.
An
okay.
existing thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Says
Now,
it's this
what Dignaga's
thing
playing
or-
with,
and the one
what Dignaga's playing with, is he's switching opponents in midstream. The first reason is good to a Buddhist, but not to anybody else. The second reason is good to a Chedapa, a detailer, but not to a Buddhist. And then the third one is the same. Okay, so
Well, wait, but you can't have the same people saying that
Yeah.
no,
they.
he's not.
Changing.
A priori, he's dealing with different opponents.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
She's got a problem. with- She's got a
Shaljamayin is the third reason, so it's not the same reason as the second one. The second one
the
was
second reason was Luchen.
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 It
Luchen,
involves human intervention.
And then the
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
you
You
got-
good?
Yeah, well, I mean that's going far, but you know. I still
Okay.
feel on.
Now we got to.
So
I added all this for you.
Thank you.
Examples of false two sole reasons.
Okay.
Two of the relationships hold, but it's not enough to make it true. Because su re re dan ni ni are as a description of false reasons. Okay. So here we go. Su ni la tense tanang kipe. Examples of wrong reasons. Tanang means fake. Tanang means false. Only in logic.
Okay.
Looks like, but ain't. Okay, let's go through the ones that where two relationships hold,
Okay.
but not three.
Yeah.
Okay, and how they hold is explained after he lists them. Okay, so don't get scared. He does this pattern. He doesn't give you number 4 and then explain it. He gives you 4, 5, 6, and then he explains 4, and then he explains 5, and then he explains 6.
Okay.
But here's the syllogism, okay? Dachichen, Takte, Luchen, Mayin Becher, okay?
Luchen.
That's Dignaga's number 4.
Okay. Consider sound. It's unchanging because it's something or other with the body.
It's
having
not
something
involved
that
with
it's not.
human intervention,
Not involved.
okay? And when you go back all the way to
Not
Dignaga, which I'm sorry to keep doing this because it fries your eyes, but I just want you to appreciate how hard it was. Here's number 4, Luchen
Yeah,
Mayin.
Luchen,
Before it was Luchen Yin
Yin.
Right.
for number 2, and now it's Luchen Mayin. The rest is the same. So here's Dignaga's number 4.
Okay. Yeah.
By the way, for those of you who are dying of boredom or thinking this is too complicated, we're doing this just so we can write a good footnote. Okay? This is all, you're not going to see any of this in the footnote. Or maybe you will if you want to show off. I mean, I would show off, but that's just me. That's my nature. Okay, Dachichen, take sound.
Okay.
It's unchanging because it's not involved with any living intervention. Maybe that includes Ishvara.
And then we'll have to see which two they accept in a minute after we get through these.
Right.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Right.
I promise you.
I believe you.
Okay. Here's Dignaga's number 5.
Okay, sound.
Dachichen,
It's unchanging.
it's unchanging because it's something you can hear.
Oh.
Okay.
Because it's something you can hear.
Okay.
Okay. That'll definitely be the first.
Okay. Only 2 kappas hold.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, both the caps.
yeah, I'm just giving you the punchline.
Right.
Whoa.
The 2 kappas hold in this one.
I've never seen
Dachichen mitakte miki sungjayin becher. What's that?
Okay, sound is oh he
because
switched
it's an object
the
of visual concept.
Yeah, sound is changing because you can see it.
okay.
Take sound, it's changing because you can see it.
Okay.
It's something that the eye holds.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not one.
Yeah, something held by the eye. Okay? Sungjayin becher.
Oh, okay. Dambo.
Now,
Dambo
here, Gyaltsab J, again, I put it in bigger type for you.
The Jedok is the
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, relative, if we go back to the detail lists,
Yeah.
detailers,
Detailinators.
which is what you have to do,
Uh-huh.
Chokchu Dang J Kyap, right?
Jejo. Yeah, Jekap. equals
equals j kyop, right?
Uh,
Sam
Just
ni
those two.
kana tumon drup.
hold true. The first and second.
Both of them, Tumo?
I would say, in this case, Kangla, I mean, to a detailer, they droop, but the dokyap madrup.
Okay, so,
Okay,
okay.
let's go state them for our audience.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the chokcha?
The chokcha is
Sound.
is a thing which is in which a body is involved.
Mayan.
It's not, for sound is a thing which a human body is not involved in.
Yeah, sound is not created through human intervention. That kind of makes you feel like God. Ze. Okay.
Sound is not.
Now, what's the J-kyop?
If a thing is not involved in human intervention, then it's unchanging.
Good.
And they accept that.
And they accept that one also.
Yeah.
But what's the dokyap?
But
If
it's-
something is not,
if something is changing.
if something is not unchanging,
If something is changing, then it's made by human intervention.
that's okay. But that's the only one that's the one they don't accept.
If something is changing,
Right.
then it's made by human intervention.
Is the one they.
Or I wouldn't say human, let's say living. Living intervention. Maybe it includes Ishvara. That's what I'm saying. Luchen might include Ishvara. Okay. Bodily.
Made by, we could just say intervention even. Yes.
Okay, so that's a case where two relationships hold, but not the third. The one that doesn't hold is the dokyo. Okay, to these guys, right? At least if people in this room don't learn anything else today from this text, they've learned that we have to examine logic from who you're giving it to, who you're presenting it to. Okay, because then
The rules.
the relationships are going to change. Okay, so it's important to specify who's the opponent before you determine whether the logic is good or bad. If we don't learn anything else, we learn that. Okay.
Like to.
Okay. Second,
Oh, God's sake.
you mean we have to do this again?
Chok chuk dang mi ten chok la ma tong sam gido pa chen tang.
Yeah, that's all. And tama means third. Okay.
Chok che and the do kyap do hold. Is that what you're saying? The chok che dang mi ten chok la. Is mi ten chok a name for one of them?
Now, okay, mitinchok. This is nasty. Mitinchok is the. Now you gotta learn this, okay?
Yeah.
Mitinchok means all the cases where the second part of the syllogism is excluded. I'll give you. Okay, here's number 2. Okay, is number 5, right?
Yeah.
Dachchen takte nyenjeche. Okay. Now,
Nyenje.
mitinchok means give me the opposite of the second
What's
thing
nyenje?
stated. Excuse?
Nyenje?
Something to hear.
Yeah.
Me talk to.
Yeah, good. The mitinchok here is the opposite of the quality you're trying to prove. That's the definition of mitinchok. Okay. All unchanging things. All unchanging things is the mitinchok here.
No,
Okay.
all changing.
Oh, sorry.
Should be the me-
No, all changing things. Yeah, sorry. Is the mitinchok. You just cancel the second line.
You mean invert it?
It's called mitinchok. Yeah.
Okay.
Tunchok is called everything which is takpa.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he's saying what about it now?
Well, we got to find two relationships that this guy. We got to find two relationships here which hold.
Well, okay.
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 Chokchur
Can
down.
we move on to the 5th one?
We were on it.
This-
Yeah, we're in 5. We are in 5.
20 to 4.
We're on the 5th. It's not. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just pointing
Oh,
out
I'm sorry.
for the
Yeah.
subject and
It's
the
showing you the
assertion.
mituncho.
Yeah. I guess I should do this.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Already.
Number 5.
Sorry.
So according, no, you were correct. I was wrong, but I was wrong in a way that was correct. So in the second syllogism, something about the chokcha and something about not seen in the mitinchok, which would kind of be, let's do it by the process of elimination, which,
Yeah. So in the
yeah, okay, anyway, in the first one,
yeah.
relationships number 1 and number 2 hold, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do a process of elimination. In the second one,
We're not sure.
we don't know. In the third one, relationships 2 and 3 hold.
Okay, 2 and
So we would expect the second one by process of elimination. This must refer to a case where relationships number 1 and number 3 hold. Okay, got it? I'm just saying logically.
Yeah, sure.
Cut this thing. There we go. Okay. In the first example, 1 and 2 hold. We know that in the last example, 2 and 3 hold. So this middle example must be 1 and 3 hold.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So.
Okay, so let's look at, I guess, those relationships, right?
Yeah. Okay. Dopa-chen is dokyup.
Yeah, they accept
Where
that
you-
sound is heard. We're at, oh no, you were at Yi. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's this one, number 5.
they don't accept.
They accept the chuchen. Sound is something to hear.
I thought you just said they accept. Yeah, right. They
One
accept
and-
that.
one
Yeah,
and
sound is something here.
2.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
And they accept that if something is something to hear,
No, that if something.
it must be unchanging.
No, no, because they accept 1 and 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
Oh, it's 1 and 3? Or
Yeah,
1
I think-
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. If it's not unchanging, it can't be heard. If it's not unchanging, it cannot be heard.
If it's not unchanging,
It cannot be heard. It's the dokyup.
if it's changing, it can be heard.
If it's not unchanging, yeah.
If it's changing, it cannot be heard.
Yeah, if it's changing, it cannot be heard.
Changing.
And that kind of goes with the omers, okay?
Everything.
Okay.
If it's, okay, whereas they don't accept.
Yeah, now in the third example,
Wait, we're still in the.
oh, I'm
we
sorry.
wanna talk about
Oh,
what
they don't accept the J-cup. If it's something heard, it must be something unchanging. They don't accept that.
Right. No. Yeah. If it's something
They don't
heard,
accept that.
They don't accept it if it's something heard, then it must be something
Unchanging.
unchanging.
You gotta chew these at home, okay?
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is this we're this is salivating
Go to
before I try
Costco.
Get it into my
Put
stomach.
Ezra in the first aisle and run to the last aisle. And sit down and figure this out in the time it takes him to run around. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way you're gonna have time.
Could get in trouble.
Okay. 6 before the week.
That's all. We're done.
no.
Oh, yeah.
We
not
didn't
true.
do the
6 is the third one.
Yeah.
Relationships 2 and 3 are supposed to hold. Okay, Chokchu Madru.
Okay.
Relationship number 1 doesn't
So
hold.
what is it?
And the Jesu Dron Dok,
Right.
the Jesu Dro, and its opposite, which is the Do Kyap. So the J Kyap and the Do Kyap, the 2 Kyapas,
Right. And what's the dot?
hold.
What's the
Say
dot?
again?
What's the reason?
Oh, sorry, yeah, what's the reason?
Yeah.
This one. Oh, sorry, 6.
Jachichen. Mitakte Miki Sungcha. Oh,
Because
it's
it's
held
something
by
you
the eye.
see,
It's
yeah.
something. You
Yeah,
Okay.
take sound. It's
it's not held by the eye.
it's changing because you can hold it with your eye.
Okay, and they would accept that a thing that.
If it's something you can see, it must be changing. And if it's not changing, you can't see it.
But sound isn't, and even we would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even. This last one is true to a Buddhist.
Does he say that?
He doesn't say.
Okay.
He
Okay.
doesn't specify.
In the first one, he specifies detailist. But I believe all 3 are true for a detailist, and I believe that a detailist would say that sound is changing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, shoot.
And I'm done with my presentation.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that was thanks, Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah, and now you can responsibly make a 1-sentence footnote on oneers and twosers.
Yeah, and it will have to, I mean,
And oh, by the way, when I first taught it to you, I thought it meant that there were schools that thought that logic that only had one relationship could be correct, but that's not the point at all. He wants to go through all the mushi musum.
no, but isn't that what it means still?
I don't think so.
Wait, well then the original Dignaga Tsureje Tang Pa.
Was meant to attack the Sechepas, beliefs on freedom and on Zeis and Namdangs.
Because somehow there's some reason
Yeah, but
to it with
Yeah, but Gyaltsabje and Dignaga never mention Sechepas. When they roll out these 6, they do mention detailers in passing. And detailers are supposed to accept what Nyayakas accept. So we can accept directly that these are attacks on detailers and Nyayakas, but nobody mentioned Jains.
So we haven't exactly. I mean, we still don't know. I mean, it's just Choni Lama's position somehow. that
Yeah,
applies to
yeah.
Jains,
But
we don't even necessarily.
if I'm a Choni Lamaist,
we would almost argue with Choni Lama and say,
I'll go back here.
Dignaga is talking to the Vaisheshikas.
But doesn't he say you can?
he says She So. This line and other lines attack the Sechepas. I mean, you could get out of it that way.
it's not
I mean,
very-
I
just-
just
there's
love
no name.
Choni Lama, so
Yeah.
I don't want to think he went after the wrong guys.
Does someone have a power grid?
Can you stretch any of these 6 to attack the mushroom and the eternal God who creates changing things, the unchanging God who creates changing things? Okay, got it? Like, can you stretch any one of the 6 to fit those?
It's not readily apparent to me
You
at the moment.
you can stretch the one, you can attack the Zay and the Namdang. Tarpa is a different thing. I mean,
Right, but you would almost have to know what their reasoning is by which they seek to establish
Yeah,
it, which
well,
maybe
yeah.
I can go up and see is there
but
something.
don't forget, I think Tarpa is a subcategory of their long list of Zays. So
Yes.
maybe it's just one more Namdang.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all. That's all I can say.
Mama,
Okay.
these guys gotta get to
Yeah,
the
they gotta
quiz.
go.
Oh, that'd be a shame to miss your quiz.
Sashi
Pugi Joshi Meto Cham Rira Blinshin Yende Gempadi Sangye Shingdu Migte Uargi Jokun Namda Shingla Chuparsho Hinam Guru Rana Mandala Kanya Yatayami
Gewadi
Di Keokun Sanam Yeshe Tsozo Shing Sanam Yeshe Le Chungwe Tambakuni Topasho Shogri Shmogri.
Just really quickly, because I have to check with the sponsors, there's been a suggestion of the change in which we use the money that was collected yesterday for Adam. He didn't want to